Well, they say that you get what you give, but when you donate to a cause that is floating and is halfway around the world, it can sometimes be difficult to see your donation at work. Not so for the Tuckers on Vancouver Island, and CTV's Joe Perkins has their story.
You've heard the phrase, everyone has a story. 20-year-old Nikola Tucker, a deli worker at Millstream Market, has a story. And until last week, no one at the grocery store had heard it.
And the story that is behind Nikki is it's amazing.
When Nikki was born, she could have been the poster child for struggling African children. At 2 months old, she weighed less than 3 pounds, and if that wasn't enough, she was abandoned as a baby. But luckily for Nikki, there was hope. It was on board a 150-meter ship. These are the Tuckers from the Comox Valley. 20 years ago, the two were volunteering with Mercy Ships, a Christian non-governmental organization that provides free health care to the world's poorest nations. That's when they met Nikki. A midwife had brought the baby aboard, and Suzanne Tucker was asked to look after her.
So, of course, me fell in love with her, unwrapped her, and her little legs were tucked up inside of her diaper, and she was very skinny.
Suzanne fell in love.
She brought me to my dad and said, just look at this baby.
Roughly a year later, the Tuckers were headed home with their newly adopted Shoebox baby.
When I was little, my mom kept me in a little Tupperware container or a shoebox.
At the Millstream Market, Nikki's story is finally coming out. And as unique as it is, there's more. The owners of the grocery store have donated to Mercy Ships for years. Last week was the first time they learned their employee owed her life to the organization.
Finding out's been pretty neat.
Mercy Ships thinks so too.
And look at her now. A person who was close to losing her life has now a remarkable life in Canada.
Nikki has already given back, volunteering in February with Mercy Ships. It's a start, but she says her goal is to start her own charity, a foundation to help pregnant mothers, so babies such as Nikki have homes. A baby that got a life, and one day will give a life. You get what you give. Joe Perkins, CTV News, Langford.